Today, we will be creating a function. But what is a function? A function is a set of instructions which carry out a specific task. And they're so useful because if you need to carry out the same task multiple times in the code, you just have to call the function. Now, it may not make sense to you right now, but by the end of the video, hopefully you'll understand. So today, we're going to be making a BMI calculator. So, first thing we need is the height and weight. So height is equal to float input, enter your height in centimeters. Next, we'll need the weight. We need these inputs as we're going to pass them into the function. Weight, and kg. Perfect. Next, we're going to define the function. And this basically means creating it. So we always have to put def, which means define, plus the identifier, which is basically the name of the function, what you want it to do. In this case, we want it to calculate our BMI. So now we need to pass some parameters. Those parameters are what the function will use to calculate the BMI. In this case, it's the height and weight. It doesn't matter what you call them, as long as you stay consistent within the function with these parameters. Next, we're going to do the actual instruction or procedure. So BMI is equal to weight divided by height in brackets over 100 to the power 2 or squared. Reminder, this is the procedure and this is the identifier plus the parameters. Whoop. Perfect. Next, we're going to return the BMI. And this basically means it will output the BMI or return it back to the main code. That way we can use it again. So we're going to return the variable. And now what we're going to do is calculate or call the function. And to do this, we simply say the name of the function plus the arguments. Now the arguments are what substitute the parameters. In this case, let's put height as height, of course, and weight as weight. Make sure to not muddle up the order of these variables. Otherwise, you'll use height for weight and weight for height, which is not what we want. Perfect. So this is calling the function.
Okay, now let's call the function. So once we run it, we're going to enter our height in centimeters as 165, our weight as 50. And notice how it doesn't print anything. It does not print our BMI. Can you tell me why? That's right, because we've only returned it. We haven't printed anything. There are two ways to print it. The first way I wouldn't recommend because it's not as efficient and not as tidy as the second way. So the first way, we can just print the BMI. Now, before returning the BMI to the main code, it's going to print it once we call the function. This should work. Enter your height in centimeters, 165, your weight 50, and it's returned it, 18.36, so on. However, the second way to do it is more efficient and going to be tidier when you have multiple functions. To do this, what we're going to do is catch the function. And what that means is we're going to store the value, or what it returns, in a variable. Okay. To do this, we'll say BMI is equal to calc BMI height weight, and we no longer need this. Perfect. What this does is it stores what the function has returned, which is the BMI, in a variable. That means we can use it within the main code. Now, to print this, we simply go print BMI. This should work. So enter your height in centimeters, 165. Enter your weight in kg, 50. Perfect. And that's how you return a function and print it.
And just to recap, these are your inputs, which will pass as the parameters or the arguments of the function. This is your identifier and parameters, this is your procedure, and this is your output from the input of the parameters. And once we do this, we simply catch the function in BMI, the variable. Once we printed it, that's the procedure done. Hope you understand functions now and can code them yourself. Thank you.